Today's topic is meeting the love of your life in random locations.
Meeting the love of your life, maybe, right? It's like, it's so easy to become like infatuated with how somebody looks. Or like, you create this little fantasy in your head for like 5 seconds. You're like, all right, that's it. You could be the one. No, nothing about this chick. Absolutely zero. But I saw her and, something in my brain was firing. I was like, oh my God, you could be the one. You could be the one. And then, you know what I did?
What?
I looked at her, I looked down, I looked at her, she wasn't looking at me, I left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, bro, like, it's funny how, like, so quickly you turn on that, like, man, I should say something. And then I'm like, nah, man. Like, it's a volatile environment, man.
Because the thing is, so people give you a signal. And like, if you don't feel the signal, like, understandably, move on.
Yeah, it's not your time.
It's not your time. It's not your time. That's why we need a studio.
Yo, bro's like, I need to be with the big dog.
So I could tell you with
chill. You can chill right here.
Yeah. I can tell you with some, not with certainty, but there were 2 times where I thought I definitely found I thought I found the love of my life. And each time I think I was wrong. You know what I mean?
And that's okay, bro. I'd rather you try and fail than just be like, nah.
Yeah, no, it's worth it, bro. You know, I mean, not worth, what I say. You know how they say, is it better to have loved than lost and better than never to have loved at all?
Yeah.
I think it kind of comes with maturity. I think that when we're young, there is a certain romanticism sometimes that comes with the idea of like a partner. You know what I mean? There is a fantasy we play, and there's a fantasy that gets fed to us in different ways through media and through our environment. But then you grow up a little bit and you realize like relationships are serious, but they're not that serious. They're not the make or break and the end all be all of your world and your existence, especially when you're young. Like at our age, like, my dad was asking me, he was like, yo, y la novia? And I'm like, yo, she don't exist. What's up? And he's like, it's about that time. And I'm like, yo, I'm 25, bro. It's not that time.
Quick to be like, yo, it's about that time, brother. When I was your age, and I was like,
on God.
And look at us.
My dad got married when he was 22. You know what happened though?
He got divorced?
He got divorced.
Classic.
And I'm like, yo, you know what? Yeah, dog. It's like it's life is very different 40 years ago, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, it's like, that pressure, it shouldn't exist, bro. Like,
yeah.
Like, we're still, I think in a lot of ways, we're still baby adults. Like, this is our first time, like, our first few years.
Yeah.
Our first few years in adulthood still at 25 and 26, respectively. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's still a lot of learning to be doing and to be going on. You know what I'm saying? And so that includes shit like relationships, right? And so I think it is crazy to expect people like our age, like, to be married. I don't think if you do it, there's nothing wrong with that. If you feel like you found that person, then like, yo, make that commitment. Go ahead.
I do also think like we're at a good age to get married. But if you haven't found it, like that's not a fault.
Yeah, exactly.
Like everything at its own time, bro. Because, I know women who are like, I hate my baby daddy. I love my children. They're like, I wouldn't trade them for the world. Like wholeheartedly, they're like, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. But it came from something you didn't enjoy or something you didn't love, And like, there's so much balance in life and stuff like that, in that kind of sense where you're like, this might not be
That's a good point.
what you think it's gonna be, but it can still be something great. It can still be something that helps define you as a person.
No, yeah. Just because one part of the experience didn't work out, don't mean that there aren't other parts of the experience worth cherishing and making a lot of and being grateful for. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, right? And that's another thing that I've kind of accepted in my journey when it comes to, finding a spouse one day, where it's like, yo, it'll happen when it happens, first of all. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a feature of life. It's not something I necessarily need to like chase. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. It's like, I think it's A$AP Rocky. He was in an interview and some chick was like, oh, do you want to fall in love? And he's like, of course. He's like, I fall in love right now. He's like, the only thing about falling in love is that like, You just gotta be open to it, but you can't expect it.
Yeah.
He's like, because love is anywhere, love is everywhere, you know? He's like, who's to say that this relationship was what I find love in, or, you know, that relationship could get you the connections till you actually find the love. You know what I'm saying? Like,
people in life for a reason, people in your life for a season. Seasons change, right?
yeah, if you saw me at that Dunkin's, you know what it is, you know what I look like. Come find me, hit me up. I'll miss you, all right? You can be my forever thing.
Like and subscribe.